guys, it's Nina from VR Focus, and today is a Tuesday, so I'm going to be doing a weekly review of either a VR game or a VR experience, and this week I'm going to be talking about Facebook Spaces. In San Jose at FA, I tried Facebook Spaces, and I didn't have a great experience at first, mostly because there were some technical issues. Mind you, Facebook Spaces is still in beta. It's kind of like Google Hangouts. You invite your friends in a virtual world. You are allowed to bring up to 4 people in it. I tried it with 2 other people. I tried it with the Oculus Rift. So the idea is that anybody with an Oculus Rift can call over someone with the Oculus Rift and you can invite them in. You can share videos and pictures in a virtual world, in a virtual space. You can share 360 videos. I was in a space with 2 other people and I was really enthusiastic about this. I spent the first 15 minutes trying to create my avatar. So what you do is you go to facebook.com and then /devices. You go and it takes some, it's kind of creepy. It's like it takes a few photos from your Facebook profile. You can choose one of the photos and then boom, you pick your avatar and you can change the eyes, the hair, the nose, the mouth, the shirt. You can add glasses. So I spent the first 10-15 minutes trying to create my avatar, and then after I had created my Facebook avatar based on me, I mean, you could also do it and then pretend to be someone else, technically speaking.
Go on. Have they got Snapticals?
I know, my Snapticals would be
I doubt they've got Snapticals at Facebook.
Your avatar is created.
There were several booths with Oculus and I went in and I had some technical issues. I was in a VR space and I kept bugging out. So things were frozen. I could hear people, I could hear the 2 people that were in a space with me, but I couldn't move, I couldn't interact with them. And it was kind of sad because they were like, they were trying to show me this high-flying experience where we're on like a glider and we're gliding over the mountains, and I'm kind of afraid of heights, so that would have been really great. And I got rebooted, I got put back into the experience with them, and like nothing was happening. All I saw was like a duck. I saw a fish and a duck and some dogs, and I was in a park. They were like, oh, this is really exciting. And I was like, this is really sad. So they had to shut down the computer. I mean, this happened 3 times, but eventually I finally managed to get in. By that time, the other chick had left, and it was kind of sad. This whole time I've been trying to call my friends, and I don't have Facebook on my phone. I have Facebook Messenger, but I don't have Facebook as an app. And it was a little bit annoying because you had to put in a code, and it took a while to put that code in from your phone and then enter it into the Facebook Spaces. And eventually when I did get there, I have friends that live in London or in France, in Europe essentially, and I was in San Francisco. So there I was trying to call people through Facebook Messenger, and I never call anyone via Facebook Messenger. So eventually, after going through lists of several people who didn't respond or answer my call.
Call failed. Oh, that's sad. Who is always available? Jerome. Not active. Ooh, my sister too. Friends. I don't talk to my sister on Facebook. I use that WhatsApp in our conversation. So sad. No one wants to be my friend. No one wants to be my friend.
I managed to get my mom hooked on the phone, and exactly at the moment when she answered and picked up the phone, it crashed again.
I'd like the This isn't good. I'm spazzing out. That was literally my mom. I heard my mom's voice.
Which was kind of sad. I called her up again once I got back in, and you have a selfie stick, so what you can do is you can draw a virtual object and move it around, and you can put it on your avatar and interact with all the other Facebook avatars that are in your virtual space. Or you can take a selfie with all the people. So I took a selfie and I could immediately share it to my Facebook, which was rather cool. And then obviously I can also call people up. So I called my mom. What was kind of nice and a little bit strange at the same time, I guess they're going to change that a little bit later, was that no one else could see my mom, only I could see my mom. And my mom thought everyone could see her, so she was just going like, oh, hello. And I was trying to show her this, I managed to finally get into the paragliding experience, and we were flying across the mountains, and it was so epically cool. And my mom couldn't see it. She was like, oh, I don't get it, because What she saw was a 2D frame and what I was seeing was a 3D thing. So really, it definitely enhances the experience if you do have an Oculus. I could imagine it to be fun if I had friends who had an Oculus and if I had friends who would be able to run it and were also very active on Facebook, but not everyone is. What I think this would be really great for is actually real estate. I could easily sort of take, 360 photos or videos and bring a client in or bring a partner or a friend in and say, check out this environment. With the quality of the 360 videos, it really depends. Like, it could be, I think, quite a harrowing experience if you have a 360 video and it's not that good. First of all, an Oculus is really expensive. And then second of all, there's a lot of people that I know that don't like Facebook. They don't post their whole life on Facebook. It is kind of cool mixing like the real world with the virtual world, but it doesn't really work. Like, I can't pull my mom into the world. She needs to get an Oculus Rift and she needs to have a computer that works, and she doesn't even know how to use a computer properly. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. Granted, you know what cookies are, you know how stuff works. But things like, subscribing to YouTube channels and like opening up programs and installing them. And little kids don't have access to an Oculus Rift unless their dad or their mom owns one, which I think is unlikely, or their parents are gamers, or they work in development or software development, yada, yada, yada. I think the downside of it is definitely you need to have an Oculus Rift, and right now it's easier for me to send a message via Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp, and I can just video call, and it would seem a lot easier than getting an Oculus Rift and getting the other person an Oculus Rift and then training them how to use one and then going into Facebook Spaces. All of the headset prices just have to get down. It's going to have to be easier and more accessible and cheaper, and once that starts to happen, then yeah, I can see this being a real thing. However, at the end of the day, I'm very much of a social person, and I'd rather see someone in real life than in VR. Obviously, it'd be really cool to be transported over to a place and go through an experience together. I mean, I would go to VR gaming. Maybe I would see like a game menu hangout place before you enter a game. That's like a place where people can hang out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have an Oculus and you've tried out Facebook Spaces, it'd be really great to hear your opinion and see what you think about it. And what do you think about Facebook? If you have a Facebook account, would you also kind of make that more public? Would you add more personal things so you can share it on Facebook Spaces? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next Tuesday for another VR experience or review of a VR game.